Hello and welcome to AUCTV. This is the Observer Show and I'm Gihad Assam reporting to you. Today we have several interesting stories to share with you, and later on the show we will be hosting the Marketing and Multimedia Head of Mashroor Khair Club, Layla Ali. Stay tuned. Hello again, and our first story is about the Conservation Lab at AUC, which plays a crucial role in providing researchers for years with rare books, maps, and magazines. More on this with our reporter Muhammad Assam.
The Rare Books and Special Collections Library at AUC always provides the researchers among years with rare books, maps, and magazines. But the unknown soldier behind the preservation of all of these collections is the Conservation Lab.
In the Conservation Lab, we use very sophisticated materials that are manual to be cautious when dealing with the very rare materials that we have. With the tools, we use acid-free preparing materials that are brought from archival suppliers like the Japanese paper, heat-set tissue, and other non-acidic materials.
بيتم أول حاجة الكليننج، بعد كده الفلاتنج، وبعد كده الكونسيدريشن اند ريبير اوف دامج.
الحقيقة حاليا بنشتغل على بالنسبة للبوكس بنشتغل على وصف مصر. تعرف وصف مصر الجامعة بتقتني منه حوالي 18 نسخة تقريبا، وطبعا بحكم الزمن والسنين في حاجات مش اتهانت بس محتاجة صيانة ومحتاجة تترمم ومحتاجة عناية مركزة.
Moreover, the Conservation Lab plays a crucial role in the participation of distinctive events at AUC.
One of our major job in the conservation area is to construct and display library exhibits and other AUC units exhibitions. So we are here cutting or opening a new window in the matting for a new photo. So I have to make the four sides equal to each other like this, and then start. Normally we use acid-free board for the matting because we have very historical and fragile photo collections in the library, so we have to add acid-free materials around the photo.
The working at Conservation Lab is like a beehive to provide the recent and upcoming generation with rare books that can't be found anywhere other AUC. This is Muhammad Assam, AUCTV, Cairo.
And our next story shows the design studio by Azza Fahmi, which continues to make workshops at AUC for students interested in jewelry design. More on this by our reporter Salma Dessouki.
In conjunction with Mother's Day, Azza Fahmi Design Studio held a wire jewelry workshop on March 16. It took place at the Office of Student Life (OSL) from 3 to 5 p.m. Students participated in the workshop by registering through the Google Form link on the Student Union page. Since the number was limited, the first 20 students were selected to participate on first come, first serve.
Today we organized a collaboration with the design studio by Azza Fahmi. We're very excited to see this happen since it took us so much time and effort to make this happen. Our theme was Mother's Day, we wanted to make it in time before the day actually came. We're very excited to see the outcome of their products. We're very excited.
وبعدين هنبتدي نلف وحاولوا تلفوا in a way ان
Two jewelers taught the students how to make jewelry, including shapes, manufacturing materials, and the final shape.
I knew about this workshop from the SU page on Instagram, and it started on 3 till 5, and I really enjoyed this workshop, and I was surprised to find it in the university, and I really wish that Azza Fahmi do more workshops in AUC.
Many students rushed to participate in the workshop to be able to create unique pieces to present to their mothers on Mother's Day. What distinguishes these gifts is that they are handmade and made with a lot of love. It wouldn't be the last time that Azza Fahmi's design studio held workshops and courses at the American University in Cairo to help jewelry designers to express themselves. This is Salma Tariq, AUCTV, Cairo.
For the first time, AUC hosted the UPIM Modern Pentathlon World Cup at the New Cairo campus. More on this story with our reporter Iman El-Sayed.
And he gets it, number 2 for Japan.
The Modern Pentathlon World Cup kicked off at the American University in Cairo, the New Cairo campus, from 22 to 27th of March 2022. AUC is the first university in Egypt to host the senior level of the World Cup since Egypt started hosting it in 2014. AUC is chosen by the Egyptian Modern Pentathlon Federation and the International Modern Pentathlon Federation as Egypt's best venue to host the UIPM World Cup 2022.
As for the organizers, there were 3 committees: logistics, media, and TLOs. I'm one of the TLO volunteers. They recruited the volunteers before the championship started, and they divided us into the 3 committees, which we help with the teams for. My committee is 1 person or 2 people accompanying a certain team from the 44 countries that are here, and we help them. We make sure that they have everything they need, and if they need any assistance at the university, if they need any assistance with the athletes, we help them. And the logistics make sure that everything is prepared right, the water is in place, people are organized, everyone is in their place, and media simply make interviews with the athletes or with the coaches.
300 athletes from around 40 countries are participating in the World Cup, including 24 athletes representing Egypt. Hosting the Pentathlon World Cup for the first time, the university prepared its facilities to accommodate the World Cup, which includes 5 different events: fencing, freestyle, swimming, equestrian show running, and the final combined event with pistol shooting and cross-country running, known as the laser run.
For the medical units, we have 2 ambulances. There, you usually find an ambulance next to the place where they are playing. So, for example, now they're doing horse riding, you find ambulance just right here. And there are also several extensive units for medical care. For feedback, I think most people are really enjoying this event, especially that this is something new, this is something modern, and Egypt is hosting it, and really AUC is really well equipped for this event. I mean, all the venues are close to one another.
Egypt starts it off. ونقطة للفريق المصري.
إيمان السيد, AUCTV, Cairo.
Coming next is an exciting news about the newest invention on campus. AUC's virtual reality labs allow the students to visualize their designs and create prototypes, allowing for an innovative production cycle. Our reporter Jaida Shukri will tell us more.
The American University in Cairo has some of the most advanced facilities in the country. This includes their virtual reality labs, which elevate the learning experience and allow for a complete production loop, from designing to testing through virtual reality simulations to using 3D printers to bring the design to life.
Have a virtual reality cave, which is more like on the social end of virtual reality. You have groups walking into this four-screen room and they can experience floating objects out of their computers right there and then. Another technology is the standard headset technology, and that involves the development of educational software that is very immersive.
Each one of these technologies brings a unique set of advantages to the education and design process. The virtual reality cave allows students to visualize their designs in 3D and test them without having to go through the manufacturing stage, which saves them time and resources. In addition, this allows for a more interactive learning experience. Meanwhile, the traditional headset immerses students in different virtual environments, where they can practice on a variety of simulations. However, the applications and benefits of this technology are unlimited.
So we have a lot of different undergraduate courses that are being covered or that are actually having access to this laboratory. From mechanical engineering, we have like mechanics of materials, we have a design and drafting course. In architecture, they also have a couple of different courses that are being taught here. And very recently, we've also been collaborating with some of our colleagues in graphics and arts. So it's becoming a very interdisciplinary hub for exploring virtual reality in education.
The technology has greater potential still and can eliminate many of the design and teaching obstacles currently faced by students. Supported by high-speed internet, improved artificial intelligence, and graphics, virtual reality is paving the way for the metaverse to become a key component in our daily lives.
We would like to explore taking education into the metaverse and bringing the metaverse into the educational space. For instance, envisioning the future of what learning spaces should look like when you can mix between physical and virtual. There are technologies which include what are called cyber-physical links, where we can virtualize different robots and we can connect them to the robots that we have in our robotics labs, for instance, and we can get feedback from those robots into our software so that students can safely explore the manufacturing processes that are involved.
Located in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, the virtual reality labs were created in collaboration with the School of Architecture and have proven to be a valuable teaching tool, one that can facilitate the design process and potentially enable transnational education. This was Jayda Shukri reporting for AUCTV, Cairo.
And next, the Student Union launches a sustainable fair at AUC Gardens to encourage students to go green. More on this event by our reporter Noor Bakr.
The Student Union has organized a sustainable fair event at AUC Gardens. To encourage students towards sustainability, SU hosted many vendors on different levels, like cosmetics, beauty, and food.
بنلم بلاستيك باجز من البيوت والorganizations والجامعات وبناخدها عشان نابسايكل نعمل منها برودكتس كتير وبنحاول نانتجريت لوكال هاند كرافتس في برودكتس فبنعمل بندخل تطريز يدوي بندخل كروشيه بندخل حاجات زي خوذ تكنيك وحاجات كده وبس بقالنا دلوقتي سنه شغالين مع سيدات في جزيره القرصايه على الحاجات دي وهم اللي بيليدوا معانا الديزاين والبرودكشن وكل حاجه والمانجمنت كل ده.
Bottom Up is one of the vendors that participated in that event and seeks to achieve economic empowerment of youth and women in Cairo's most impoverished area through lines of eco-friendly products.
هنا مبدئيا علشان الاول exposure لينا واكسبوجر للايديا بتاعتنا. البرودكتس دي صح ان هي احنا بنطور او بنعلم الستات الخياطه برضو ثرو ان احنا نعمل بروجكت يكون سستينبل او ما يكونش مضر بالبيئه. فهو يعني انتجريشن بين الفكرتين.
احنا فكره البراند ان احنا كلها منتجات طبيعيه، عندنا حاجات بتبقى مصنوع من الاخشاب يعني،
وفي عندنا مثلا فرش بتبقى مصنوعه من شعر طبيعي بدل البلاستيك. عندنا حاجات تانية منتجات كلها طبيعيه زي مثلا السفنج البحري سي سبونج، كلها فكرتها ان هي تبقى from nature يعني مفيش اي بلاستيك.
بس this one you spray it around yourself. It's 100% chemical free. ما فيهوش أي نوع من أنواع الchemicals, so you can use it on yourself.
We were super picky when it comes to essential oils. بنختار الessential oils اللي هم مش من endangered species. Whenever we import essential oils برضو بنختار إن إحنا نستخدم زي satisfying quantities, not to over consume or to just like abuse the essential oils.
And their packaging is sustainable as well. They use glass bottles and nylon bags that can be recycled. The event had a photo booth that allows students to have pictures together. This was Nurba from AUCTV.
When Ramadan begins, everything changes, totally starting from decorations till schedules. More on this in our next story with our reporter Fatma Al-Khatib.
The American University in Cairo celebrates Ramadan. The new Cairo campus is well decorated with Islamic and Ramadan decorations throughout the whole month.
أكتر حاجة بحبها في رمضان إن الديكوريشنز في البلازا مثلا، وإن الناس بتبقى جميلة والأجواء حلوة.
During Ramadan, the class schedules change in time and duration to suit the Ramadan spread. Graduate classes starts after iftar and undergraduate classes finish earlier to let students gather with their families.
Something that I like in Ramadan at AUC that class times are shortened, which make us finish earlier.
Bus schedules changed according to the classes and operating hours. Different time slots were added and others were removed from the 2nd of April till the end of April. During Ramadan, the operating hours of food outlets changed. Some of them close at about 3 p.m. and the Americana food court closes at 9 p.m. Some food outlets like Smiles are supposed to add different items to their menus during Ramadan.
احنا في احتماليه ان احنا خلال ان شاء الله الاسبوع الجاي هننزل وجبات. الوجبه دي بتبقى عباره عن طبق وفيها الفراخ او اللحوم ومعاها رز ومعاها بطاطس ونوع من السلطه.
The number of students affects the food outlets during Ramadan, giving workers the space to get vacations and spend more time with their families.
العماله في رمضان بدأنا اللي احنا نطلع بعضينا اجازات من رصيد السنوي بتاعنا. اللي احنا مثلا كل واحد فينا بدأ ياخد اجازه 4 ايام 5 ايام غير الاجازه الاسبوعيه بتاعته، وده بسبب قله ضغط الشغل يعني.
The exams during Ramadan are different. Graduate students who enrolled in the voice coaching course gather on iftar at Adham Center during their exam break on the 2nd of Ramadan. Ramadan is a holy month for fasting, prayers and gatherings with family and friends to enjoy the month's spread. Fatma Al-Khatib, AUCTV.
And finally, masks are now optional while you're staying outdoors. This is the latest announcement by the management and operations team of AUC. Details of the announcement and reactions of the AUC community are what we will see in our next story by Gihad Asam. The long-awaited announcement has been published and delivered to the AUC community via their emails. Finally, wearing masks is now optional, but only in outdoors areas, a decision that has been taken after the last campus conversation which took place before Ramadan for it to be effective starting Sunday, the 3rd of April, which also coincides with the first week of Ramadan on campus. Students now won't need to wear their masks when passing through the campus gates. Yet, they will still need to show their self-check and wear their masks whenever they are in any closed area, like the buses or in classrooms. And to know details about this decision, we had to talk to Dr. Hussam Hassan, Chief of Health and Safety Officer at AUC.
This decision is always based on some new evidences and facts. From the beginning of this pandemic, we were following the regulations of the CDC, WHO, and the national regulations. On all these aspects, everyone is moving back to the ease of these barriers that we were using during the beginning of the COVID. So with the decreasing numbers of the national dashboards and the new guidelines for CDC to allow people in the public areas not to use masks unless you still have this psychological effect of COVID.
After the new announcement, many students were excited and relieved, but some chose to still keep their masks on even in outdoors areas. So by walking around the campus and asking for the students' feedback in regard to the new decision, there were different opinions and various reactions.
صراحة I agree إن هو يبقى optional عشان إحنا outdoors دلوقتي والجو حر جدا، فيبقى أحسن لينا كلنا واحنا لو احنا في space ما بيننا واحنا بعيد عن بعض يبقى خلاص مفيش مشكلة لو احنا قلعين
I think we should still wear the masks indoors عشان although إن الكورونا cases قلت في الجامعة we should still take precautions. We should still be as safe as possible indoors as well.
Personally, I really feel good about it because I really hate masks, especially for people who wear eyeglasses. It creates a lot of water vapor around the eyeglasses. So yeah, I do feel good about it. I hope it never comes back.
There's more freedom, especially on the gates. I don't have to wear the mask to enter the university. It feels like normal again.
Even though the pandemic measures and precautions are getting more relaxed, still we need to be careful and cautious.
Sometimes with the plateau phase of the virus and declining phase, we feel that it's safe and everything could go back to normal. But if, God forbid, a new variant just came in the horizon, we don't know what's coming up. So it's under discussion. If we find that there is a national and international and global vision to eliminate the mask or take more ease in the barriers that we are using, yes, we are going to do that. But still, this under discussion. Nothing was coming in the near future.
The optional masks announcement is considered the first step for a hopefully getting back to normal life, and everyone is looking forward for always having a healthy and a safe community. This was Gihad Assam Abdelrazik, AUCTV. Good deeds and social contributions are always appreciated, and now that we are in the holy month of Ramadan, we find an increased activity and more excited contributors to share and help. And مشروع خير is a club in the AUC that aims to spread good and positivity. Today, we're hosting Layla Ali, the multimedia and marketing head of مشروع خير, to tell us more about her role and the club's activities. Hello, Layla, and welcome to the Observer Show.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
I'd like to talk to you about مشروع خير and the activities that you always do. Will you tell us more about your activities in مشروع خير?
Yes, مشروع خير is composed from two sides, the operational side and the projects that work on ground. There are projects like بالألوان, Make-A-Wish, School Up, خير Ambassadors, خير to Go, خير Store. They go on weekly visits. They do stunts and campaigns on ground, and there's a side, the operational side, the logistics, the marketing, and HR and fundraising. They work to support the club as a whole, and our main aim is to leave a huge impact and spread khair everywhere we go.
Are there any specific activities that are specifically special to Ramadan that we are in the holy month?
Yes, we've actually packed 1,700 Ramadan bags and we distributed them in Shab Raman, Ta'izbet al-Nakhil, Saeed and Marg. And now we're preparing for It'am. We're going to pack hot meals every Tuesday in Ramadan, and we have a goal to reach, so hopefully we will.
Is it only the people who are actually members in the club who can contribute and share, or anyone in the AUC community?
No, anyone in the AUC community. We have a volunteering group where you can DM us on our page and we'll send you the WhatsApp link. Anyone can join this volunteering group, and we actually announce everything we do on it so that everyone can participate.
Can you talk to us more about your role specifically as a marketing and multimedia head? What do you actually do within the club?
Yes. As a committee, our role is to document everything. We translate the mission and vision of each and every committee in the club from the inside to the outside. We want to show people what مشروع خير does. We work on documenting all the activities, every campaign we do, and posting it all over the social media.
That's great. Do you find like a lot of people reach out to you and see your posts and
yes, we actually do. The last week, Cairo Scene and other very famous pages on Instagram, they actually mentioned us, so we actually reach many people. Many people as well DM us and they ask how they can help. We have a full WhatsApp group for volunteers, and we just made a new WhatsApp group, so actually many people they reach us.
Does مشروع خير have other branches, or is it only in AUC?
No, actually it's مشروع خير AUC. We only have it in AUC.
Okay, and how do you get your fund? Do you receive certain donations, or are there a way that
some people contribute, whether in kind or monetary. So yes, this is the way we
get the fund.
We get the fund.
How could people?
And we have a Khair store. They, for example, work with organizations such as NGOs. They sell their products. This is also a way we fund our projects.
Do you have a certain bank account or a certain way that people could help?
Actually, in Ramadan, we opened a bank account.
So people can.
Yes.
And did you announce the number of the bank account on the pages?
No, we didn't announce it on the page, but we sent it through our groups.
Great. Is there something that you would like to tell us more about مشروع خير, or challenges that you are facing and you need help in them?
We don't have a major problem right now. But as marketing and multimedia, our main goal is to reach many people. So this is our aim. We're trying to spread everything we do on our page. Of course, it's going to be an advantage if more and more people check our page and check what we do, and they can support us. They support every campaign we do. But other than that,
things are going well.
Yes.
So how do people get enrolled every semester, or once they get enrolled they can go keep in the club until they graduate?
We actually recruit members at the beginning of each semester, depending on the vacancies we have. But whoever's recruited at the beginning of the year will stay for a full year. But in the middle of the year, if we have enough space, we recruit other members.
Okay, and the soonest event that you're having during Ramadan, when?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
yes.
And you announced, and you have all the volunteers that you need?
Yes, we'll make it every Tuesday so that everyone can have a role.
Okay.
Because we won't be able to have a huge amount, so every Tuesday we'll have the board and 25 volunteers.
Is it just?
So we announced it.
Yeah.
Yes, we announced it, and we have the first 25 volunteers for tomorrow ready.
Okay, and is it just packing, or you're cooking meals and you're distributing?
No, we have already hot meals that we're going to pack and distribute.
You'll do this activity on campus or in somewhere?
No, not in campus.
Where will it be?
Masjid. There's a masjid near here. It's Al Hamza. We'll do the ta'am there.
Okay, that's great, and we really appreciate all your work that you do within Ramadan and the whole year, and it's been an honor having you today with us on the show. This was all for today. We hope you enjoyed our guest as much as we did, and thank you for watching.